What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Barty, and welcome back to the channel. And in this video, this will be more of a story time video. We're gonna do something different today. I want to explain to y'all and show you guys how I try to create my own GTA 6, failed, and along the lines of failing, got scammed along the way. So if you at work right now, or if you got some free time, you want to just relax, or if you're interested in making your own video games, this could be some of the warnings you can look out for in your journey to just trying to complete your video game, right? So if you got time, if you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's just jump right into this. So a little backstory on the game. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan, the same place as Floyd Mayweather, um, AK Banamont. It's a few other people out of Grand Rapids specifically. You know, Michigan as a whole, we got a lot of people in the entertainment space right now. But from my city in Michigan, Grand Rapids, it's not really a lot of people. Wayne 616 is one of the people that produces for Louis Rayano, and he's another one of those people that's breaking those barriers of just not being locally a Grand Rapids talent. And pretty much, oh, and Binky So Famous, that's another person that's pretty much from Grand Rapids that broke that barrier. You know what I'm saying? And is in that realm of like being an entertainer and it's not just stuck in Grand Rapids. It's nationwide. You know what I'm saying? So we got a few people from where I'm from, but I wanted to make a video game about where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like it can be done. You know what I'm saying? I seen it done. Now my inspiration I got from this. A lot of people won't tell y'all that they was inspired to do something. They just gonna tell you that they had the idea all themselves and they acted on it. But that is not the situation in this case. I saw True or Die Chirac. Shout out to Shade. We're going to speak more on Shade later. I seen True or Die Chirac, and I was like, man, that shit is so cold how he made the game by himself for one. That's what really like put the fire under me. Was like, bro, if he can do that by himself, I can do it by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I seen him do it. I'm watching like the gameplay footage of it while I'm making my games, like just getting inspired and just seeing what they did and try to see if I can remix it in my own way, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like the inventory system or how you sell drugs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make my game unique in its own way while taking inspiration from other video games. That's like in the same realm of what I'm trying to make. So as you can see right now in these video clips, this is from earlier footage. So this is like the first maps I made. I made probably like 4 maps so far. None of them official just yet. I'm just now learning about splines and stuff, and we'll talk about that later. But none of these maps you're about to see, like, are still valid. You know, I deleted those. Like, I literally one by one, piece by piece, actor by actor, deleted everything, and I had like 20,000 actors on the map at once. So yeah, if you know about Unreal Engine, then you should know that was a lot of actors on one map at one time. So let's just get into a little bit of this, a little bit of how the game was looking in the earlier stages of development. As you can see, this was 122, what 11522. So this was 2 years ago when I started this game. This is none of this stuff is recent, honestly, except for the newer footage that I just started. But yeah, this is the Van Andel Arena. So the Van Andel Arena is like our I'm gonna call it an entertainment center. If it's something coming to town, it might be going to the Van Andel. You know what I'm saying? It's just a place of entertainment. You see, and I don't think I moved around much, but as you can see at this right top corner right here, I'm watching the gameplay of 187. It's a Brazilian GTA style game that was made, and I was fucking with it. I'm looking at it like, man, this shit look dope. I'm looking at the environment more than I'm looking at the gameplay. I'm looking at how do they make this environment look so real. You get what I'm saying? And it never really dawned on me how they was doing that. And we could talk about that part later. But yeah, I don't think I did any movement to show like what I was doing inside of the Van Andel, but yeah, I was making the Van Andel, and then as you can see, I went from that. I went from 187 to Family Guy real fast. Just trying to stay, what time was it? 3:45 in the afternoon. So pretty much, I was just working that day, Let's go into the next video, and then as you can see now, we got a fuller view of the map. If you look right here, I'm not sure if you can see, but this little square building that look kind of blue and reddish right there, right in front of us, that's the Van Nano that I made. Over to the right is the fake little transit center I tried to make, and then I know you can see the bridge that's going over where I'm from in Grand Rapids. We have a bridge that leads you from the downtown south side kind of area to the west side, going farther west, So I wanted to just make sure I had my city looking kind of right when you play it. So now I made like a little weed shop, little za shop or whatever. I made a designer diamond. So in Grand Rapids, we have our own jewelers here, a black-owned business called Designer Diamonds. You should check it out. Wiz Khalifa got a chain made there. Snoop Dogg got a chain made there. Few people, a few people from Detroit too, like Trick Trick, but made that, had the permission from the guy that owns that store. He gave me full permission. I could make it, put it in the game, So I felt like that was cool, and that's another building I gotta remake. But yeah, we going into Mr. B's. I made an unlimited wireless. Like, I was really super dedicated to this, like to the point it's not even funny. Like I was wasting pretty much a lot of time just like building stuff, and I had no prior knowledge of blueprints, C++, nothing. So as you can see, I wasted a lot of time. I made stuff. But that's my problem. I like to make and create, and sometimes I don't have the full knowledge of what I'm trying to make and create, but I feel it in my body that I just need to just make and create something, if that makes sense. Made a little fake projects area, didn't look good at all, didn't look like the projects. Honestly, a lot of houses you see, they look alike for a reason. These are suburban houses out of a suburban house pack that I just copied and pasted all over the map. Like, who's gonna notice? But it's so, you can tell, so bad. Like, this is just so bad. It's just so bad. So bad, dog. And I even tried to put weed in the Zod shop I bought off of CG Trader, and they came out to be tootie, tootie, tootie. Like I was irritated because I thought these plants was 3D plants. You get what I'm saying? But jokes was on me. Bought them and everything. They was 2D. Yeah, that shit look horrible in there. And then yeah, as you can see, the map is just, bro. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what the hell I thought. I thought this shit was so dope. You see, I'm showing everybody the map and shit. I'm like, yeah, man, this shit's so cool. I got this. I made that. I made this too. Like, look at that parking lot. Oh my god, fucking horrible. But yeah, that was the earlier map, and as you can see, it was only 5,000 actors. Now, if I would have tried to make this multiplayer out of 5,000, I would have went up to at least like 15 to 20,000, because buildings like this designer diamond building and let me see, not the Za shop, but like anything I had to build from scratch pretty much, it would have been trying to, it's hard to explain. Shade explained it to me. But pretty much don't build inside an Unreal Engine. No matter what nobody say, just don't do it. Just do it in Blender. So this is just some footage of me working on this map. For what? I don't know. I was making like a upper echelon area, I guess, with like more of mansions. And yeah, I thought I was doing some shit. Even got some trees down. You feel me? I thought I was like, okay, it's starting to come together a little bit. I can move around, and I could see just some trees and stuff. Try to just make it feel as real as possible, right? Going to the next video, it's probably the same day. This is 10:54 p.m. So I'm trying to get a start at this that day, and yeah, just trying to stretch stuff out and just look crazy. This shit look crazy as hell. I'm not even gonna lie. Just adding little trees, like, bro, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, bro. This probably was the best part, was this alleyway I created. Woo! And I tell you, I probably was like, some of my best work was this little fake alley right here. Both of those little fake alleys was definitely proud of myself for coming up with that. And then this is one of the liquor stores in Grand Rapids. Remade it from scratch. Had to delete it. And this right here is again just more footage of me trying to figure out what's going on. I put cars in here. had some invisible collisions that I was running into. Made the street sign, so I'm starting to feel like, man, I'm doing it. Like this part of the street, and then look, crash, crash. Oh, if you don't save Unreal Engine, I promise you, this little thing gonna pop up. I really should take this as a screenshot, just something, just to remember what I was doing. But yeah, it crashed. My GPU crashed, quick as hell. Yeah, I went in and I took the texture and I just changed up the name of the street signs. Let that reopen and stuff. Blah blah blah. And yeah, I was pretty much just doing the most. I even found this little the bank right there. I'm probably not gonna end up using that because I don't know, bro. I just want this stuff to be right, bro, and I probably want to just make my own stuff, honestly, just to make it cool, bro. But yeah, made this little place. This shit is just, it's not there no more. I deleted all of it. Look at this Za. Like, look at that. It's fucking horrible, man. I thought I was really doing something, because it kind of looked cool. You feel me? Like, I'm not gonna lie, this little promo I was trying to piece together, like with the little camera work I was doing, kind of made the shit feel kind of cool in a sense. But I knew what I had was bullshit. I'm not gonna bullshit myself. You feel me? So boom, there go another shot. Designer Diamonds, the Fine Line shop. Shout out to Fine Line GR. That boy Cheese. I got permission from him to put his store in the game too. It's something I gotta go back and re-implement to the store into the game because I definitely want to add this as like main clothing for sure. Um, Unlimited wireless. I gotta remake that building. Like that was dope to me too. That was actually my first little that was actually my first introduction into Blender, making these signs. So the Mr. B's, the 616 gun, the unlimited wireless, the fine line. If you're making video games, download Blender, learn Blender first. Honestly, I know, like a person like me, I just jumped straight into this with no experience in Unreal, no experience making blueprints, no experience with game design, nothing. I had zero experience when I started this. And if you want to make video games, start with Blender. Start learning how to make a good enough environment to the point like I can't start from a blank canvas. It's just something about a blank canvas that just don't feel like I did nothing. Even if I'm working on trying to figure out how to code, I still look up and it'd just be dull to me, if that makes sense. But I learned my lesson and I know now to start with a blank canvas, make sure your functions are working, make sure the multiplayer stuff is working, then work on, how the game will look as a whole. But at this point, right here in this video, I'm thinking, man, I got this stuff on lock. I just gotta add some foliage, try to make it look a little bit more alive. Little basketball. We don't even have basketball courts this big, like a three. Like, okay, all right, maybe I'm lying. Maybe we do actually, but not like that. Like Jordan R4, we got. I want to say it's probably about 8 hoops on that court, and it's probably like four. It's 4 hoops, and then you know how like on the sides, it'd be like, say this is a straight hoop right in front of you, and then it'd be a hoop to the side right here, a hoop to the side right here, and they have its own little paint, but it's not an official. You know, y'all get what I'm saying. If you're from the projects or if you just been to a park or whatever, you know exactly what I mean. So yeah, I worked on this for days. So as you can see, this is February 2023. So this is just last year, early last year. This is what I had. And I was pretty much proud of it. Actually, I started to try to figure out my mapping situation. So like if you look at the map to see where you was at, which was a smart idea for me, just go all the way up in the sky in Unreal and then just tilt your camera down and boom, now you got a map. Now you got a player map. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like that was actually smart of me to think of. 'Cause like I said, I had no experience doing none of this at all. And occasionally playing GTA a little bit. Like I'm trying to pick up on certain stuff I feel like can help me along the way. Made a jail. I did too much. I did way too much. This is still the same day, 2/9/2023. Here I am creating jail cells from scratch. Like, come on, man. I just was doing the most. Uh, just too like I was just too motivated, man. I think, man, just just thinking I can really pull this off. And I mean, it didn't look bad. It looks like a jail. Don't get me wrong. And I probably will be doing this again, just in Blender. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm not gonna take the route that I took when I made this, because this building that this stuff is being built in. If I can go to the outside, there we go. It's just a modular building that came from like a downtown modular building pack. You know, so it's nothing too special about that building at all. And all I did was just try to make some fake, little jail cells next to the police department, duplicated. Like I really tried. Okay, this is not something that I did for a living beforehand. I just thought, I seen Shade Game, and I'm like, bro, if he can do it, I can do it too. So now I'm like, okay, I got a jail, I gotta make a hospital. So what did I do? Yes, you thought you can think the same day, 2/9/2023, I'm making a fucking hospital. Look at this. This is the whole hospital process, by the way. I always wanted to make videos of what I'm doing just in case, so I can have proof. So somebody could be like, "You made this," or people always want to doubt you, whatever you do. And I just wanted to have proof that no, I made this stuff. I actually made it from scratch. A lot of stuff wasn't pre-made already, if that makes sense. But yeah, I had like a little decent little hospital going on right here, and yeah, man, I pretty much realized, bro, my map was shit. The map was shit. The goddamn, we getting up to the good parts, y'all. So let's just get through the rest of this shit. So boom, I delete everything. I start over. I start over with a brand new map. I called it Gun Rule. I'm like, this is the one. I got this modular house kit. It come with roads. I got all my roads laid out. I got a few houses put down. This is gonna be the map. I'm gonna go crazy on this one. I'm gonna make it more realistic. I'm gonna make it look like Grand Rapids. And boy, was I fucking wrong. So let's skim through here. So now, if you want to wonder where did I get the idea from to even do this, right? So it's a map that come with these houses, and it shows you. And I don't think I got the footage of that map, but if I do, I'll make sure I bring it up. But I pretty much was trying to go for the look of that map because it looked and felt more realistic. You know what I'm saying? Than like the map I just showed y'all, right? So boom, I'm going through here, just trying to piece it together like a puzzle. Just trying to make this shit look real. I don't know, just make it look real at the end of the day, and not have it too big. Just like I just wanted the realism to show, And I'm looking at it right now, this don't actually look too bad. My only problem was the houses just don't look like the hood. These look like well groomed, well kept homes, like all of them do. So that's not the look you're going for if you're trying to make the hood feel like the hood. You know what I'm saying? And then I guess this is another part of this is another one. This is when I deleted everything. So yeah, if you take a look at this, bro, this is me literally. Now in my head, I'm like, I gotta have proof that I did this stuff. Like I gotta have proof of me building it. Gotta have proof of me like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Let me just go ahead and just start all over. So this is literally the proof of me just going through and just deleting everything, highlighting everything. As you can see, I'm highlighting more than one clip. Just delete a big part of the map just because, bro, I just felt like it wasn't good enough, And it wasn't good enough. Looking back at it, looking at this now, yeah, I did a lot of work, but look at the fucking roads, man. This shit look like it looked like the episode of Foster Home of Imaginary Friends when everybody wasn't blue, or like everybody was just the same color, and like blue was trying to like make everybody. And it just felt like I don't know, bro. It just didn't feel right to me. I just didn't have. Look, I had the police car in there. I had like little work vans. I was really trying to do some bullshit to some bullshit, and eventually what I ended up keeping was like the shit I made. That was pretty much it. Like this little the store over here, Mr. B's, the little stores that I created over there. That's pretty much all I kept. Like you see the little 2D weed that I gotta delete because it ain't 3D, and it messed up how I wanted the game to look, bro. Because that really just it just blew me. And then I took, how long it was to align these tires. I had to delete that shit. Man, some of the worst times. So then I go and I create that street. So now let me tell you my logic behind this, because you're gonna look at this, you're gonna be like, what the fuck, bro? You just deleted all that shit. Then you started on a new map. What the hell is this? So this is the same gun room map. Now this is 2023. This is days after I, made the hospital, made all that shit, deleted all that shit, right? I don't even think I delete the hospital. I want to say I deleted the hospital and the jail. I was just over the shit, right? So what I did was the section y'all see highlighted on the left, right? I copied that. For one, I took off all the houses off the map, copied that, and made it 4 sides. So copy it over here, copy it up there, copy it down here, copy it over there, and then just add houses and shit in the empty spaces, add businesses. It made sense in my head, right? So this is a video of me just copying like the landmarks over, bringing stuff back over, just trying to make a full looking map. And I want to say this was the last map I did before I deleted the whole map in general. Just got rid of it. So yeah, let's go to this last video from the old old stuff. And yeah, this was the Grease studio I made from scratch again. Some CG Trader assets, the microphone, the tables, the chair, the computer, flat screen hanging, all CG Trader assets and shit. But yeah, that was the studio, because you need all this stuff for RP purposes. You feel me? So I built everything. So let me go to where so it wasn't the second map. So we can go to trying to think here. Let me see. We can go to 33 minutes. So yeah, we can just go here, type, right? So pretty much this was the map, that I was running with for a while. So let's get into the scamming part, buddy. How did you get scammed? What happened? Let's explain, right? So I go on Fiverr. Now I would not recommend a lot of people to do this, especially with like video games, like for clothing line stuff and logo work, stuff like that. Yeah, go ahead, eat your heart out, go crazy. But when it comes to delicate stuff like this, stuff that you worked and put massive hours in, and you just need some help, and it's so hard finding help for certain stuff like what I'm trying to do. And yeah, so I go on Fiverr, I'm looking up somebody that's in my budget, I'm just searching, and I find this guy and I ask him, like, hey, think you can help me? I'm trying to make a multiplayer game, blah blah blah, right? And this is the message. This is the initial message I sent to him, because we end up arguing later in the thing. So I just had to let him know, like, no, you said this is something you can do. So let me click this message, and as y'all can see, I told him, I'm trying to make a multiplayer third-person shooter game. I bought a third-person shooter asset and multiplayer cards. I just need help adding the things into my game. He said okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you get scammed, because I didn't look at none of his previous work. I probably did on Fiverr, but I should have paid more closer attention to what was going on his Fiverr and on his page. And maybe I could have protected myself from being scammed, right? So now let me take y'all to Discord. Yeah, fuck it. We just gonna go straight to Discord. And now, this is all our messages right here. This is the argument. This is me telling him, yo, you can just, bro, I'm paying you. You can just add this to this joint. Like, just watch this tutorial, multiplayer the joint, and I'm still gonna pay you. I done paid this man over 5 times, like $130, $100, $90 each time I'm paying him to make this a multiplayer game. And you want to know what he told me? He was more worried about the money. That's another red flag. When you working with somebody and they're more worried about the money aspect than the work being done, and they're not even proud of the work. He don't even care about the work. He just, look, bro, I delivered it. I worked and delivered. Now it's some heck issue pop up for that blind issue. I can't spend my money. It's not your fucking money. You're not even doing what the hell I'm asking you to do. You're doing whatever. You're sending me a project back, and when I get to the game, I'm telling him, I asked you to do multiplayer functions from the beginning, bro. I told you straight over there that multiplayer Steam part is done by someone else. No, you didn't. You told me that, okay, that's what you said. Okay, I said clearly I'm trying to make a multiplayer game. At no point did I say I want to make a single game, single player game. None of that story mode game. I don't even have like the patience in my brain to make a story player game. Like, it's just too much you got to do. I would just multiplayer, make some functions. This is what we can do. This is what we can't do. We have a game. You feel me? But instead, he straight up lied to me. I told you straight over there that multiplayer Steam part is done by someone else. In reality, lie, because you just told me on Fiverr that you can do it. All right, cool. So we argue a little bit, and I tell him like, I'm making a multiplayer game. Why the fuck would I not want multiplayer functions? Like, literally, why would I be making a multiplayer game so me and my friends can have fun and not have to deal with whole ass 5M people? And the 5M people, we can make a whole nother video on that, right? Because I'm sick and tired of fucking 5M getting into a server, fucking with the server, meeting the owner, and the owner be fucking weird as hell. And now I gotta argue with him because they doing weird shit. Then he let niggas cheat over here with aimbot assist and all this shit. But then if somebody on my side get an aimbot, now y'all want to check computers and shit. But these niggas shooting through walls, like, it's too much, bro. I get tired of it. In any server I ever flew into, it's always been a weird person. Not just a weird person. The person that owned this bitch is weird. You feel me? Not 100 at all. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make my own shit, make my own game. And then I told him, like, why the fuck would I not want multiplayer functions if this was my intent to make a multiplayer game, right? And I'm like, I can't do nothing but forgive you, even though you knew what you was doing. Just showing like I got a heart, bro. Like, okay, I fucked up because I trusted you too much with something I'm trying to do. You don't even care about it. It's something I care about. And I told him, like, I can't do nothing but forgive you, even though you knew what you was doing, and you gonna blow the money anyway. The money gonna be gone. Like, right now, at this very moment, all that money I sent him, 50,000 PK, whatever the fuck, is probably gone. Probably didn't do shit with the money. Probably didn't even better his circumstances or nothing. So then he responded and say, at the moment there is no multiplayer. I apologize if I misunderstood the requirements, but over there at first place, when I asked about multiplayer Steam work, yes, I denied and said over there, bro. He's just trying to fucking confuse me. He said about multiplayer Steam work, yes, I denied and said I over there, that is going to be done by someone else. At no point did he say some shit like that. He said some shit like that. Actually, let me correct myself. He said some shit like that over a phone call, but it's no record of the phone. Like, it's no record of you saying this shit to me. So, like, you said that shit over a phone call after you already got the job of me paying you to make the game, if that makes sense. Like, you said yes. We started talking on the phone. Then you started saying no. And again, it's my fault, because if I would have caught when he said, I'm not doing the multiplayer shit, that shit from somebody else, I should have literally just stopped. Like, all right, well, thank you, bro. We could have nipped that in the bud without me having to argue with this man. You know what I'm saying? But then, done by someone else. And then I said, we was talking about uploading the game to Steam. Stop lying, bro. LOL. I knew what you was on when you asked me to download TeamViewer. Now, if you don't know, and this is weird, right? TeamViewer, right? Excuse me. TeamViewer, right? When somebody download and you give them your code to TeamViewer, they can control your computer, right? And it's weird because I think this is how his email, like, on some of the websites I go on and actually log in, for some reason his email pop up, right? For some reason, I don't know why, I don't know fucking how, but that's what happens. They say Muhammad, whatever the fuck, it pops up right there, right? So I'm like, I should have known what you was on when you had me download TeamViewer, because TeamViewer is what scammers use to get into your computer, get all your files, all your, like, your bank statements, all, like, your logins, your passwords that's saved to that computer. That's why I don't save my password to shit. Because once a motherfucker get in and your passwords are saved to your phone or to your goddamn computer, it's a wrap. They got access to anything that you save to that device. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, I should have known what you was on when you wanted me to download that shit, right? So lesson learned. And if you a person out there that's trying to make video games, take your time. Do not try to rush this. Because even to this day, I'm slight trying to rush it because I'm only one person. I have zero help from nobody, anybody, like anybody with just a spick of knowledge. It's just like, and then I can't get mad at that because that's what any profession, anything that can literally change your situation, anything that can make you go from broke to rich, it's gonna be hard, and people not gonna want to help you because they know what can happen if you was to apply yourself and do stuff the right way. Motherfuckers, they'll be trying to write you, trying to get your help, and now it's up to you to be either a good person or a fucked up person, to help people or to not help people. And the way life been going for me, I'm starting to realize that life would be better for me if I just focused on me and not try to help people. Because my problem is when I start to help people, just like this little bullshit developer, I'm paying him more for shit than I should have been paying. This is the initial payment, $195. It goes when it's transferred over, like money wise, to wherever the fuck he's from. It's $53,187. That was the first payment. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just saying all this to say, I'm saying all that to say this, right? Don't trust nobody. I don't give a fuck if it ain't got nothing to do with video game making or paying people. Don't trust people at all. Like, it's never paid off in a good way for me yet. Trusting people to take something I care about and have them care about it the same way I care about it. It's just, and then trying to work with people is difficult because motherfuckers get attitudes over nothing. Literally nothing. Little shit that you don't even need to have an attitude about. But they will give you this attitude and then expect you to still be like, be happy with working or be happy with doing shit for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just hard, bro. So when you're doing this yourself, please utilize the platforms that allow you to learn, like Skillshare. I still haven't made a Skillshare account. I still haven't watched anything, but I promise you, if I was to make a Skillshare account, if I was to really devote my time to learning Unreal Engine since 2022, I probably would know Unreal like the back of my hand right now in this situation, but I don't. And I'm just being honest. So I showed y'all me getting scammed. I showed y'all my first Unreal map I ever made. So now let's get into a little bit of what I started to do. Oh, this is the hospital footage of the hospital being done. So I did finish the hospital. So let's see if I went in. Yeah, we went inside. And if I remember right, I made a upstairs and a downstairs to the hospital. Trust me, doing way too much, right? So let's go into this hospital. Let's see what I made. I call it Spectrum Health. That's actually the name of the hospital in Grand Rapids. But yeah, it looked nice. Don't get me wrong. I did one hell of a job, like not knowing how to like use Unreal Engine at all, and I'm building these just these places, bro, out of my fucking figment of my imagination. Like, I'm having no reference picture while I'm making this shit. You get what I'm saying? I'm just making it. Like, it's so crazy. But yeah, as you can see, bro, good little hospital rooms. I just didn't have like the props for the hospital, if that makes sense. So like the beds, like the little things in there that make a hospital look like a hospital, right? I just didn't have it. So, but I made the hospital, right? Like, you see I even had a little thing on the wall. Like, that's crazy. Like, having a little thing on the wall is crazy just to make it look like a hospital. You feel me? Look, put the labeling up there, Spectrum Health Hospital, put it on the inside. Like, bro, I'm just so disappointed in myself, bro. And I shouldn't be disappointed because look at what I did with no help, with no prior knowledge, with nothing, with nobody trying to help me at all. Like, this is 2023. This is a year after I initially started in 2022. You know what I'm saying? And I shouldn't feel like I fucked up, but at the end of the day, I still feel like I fucked up because I did all this shit not knowing like what I know now. I would have never wasted all of that time. I would have never did it. But I would have never had and excuse me for calling it an MLO because I'm used to GTA. But yeah, like, I make my own MLOs. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying, bro. Trying to change the narrative of my family. You feel me? Trying to get us out of poverty using my brain, bro. Because a lot of people that make it out of poverty don't use their brain. They use their resources around them. But I'm trying to actually use my brain to do this, right? So boom, that was the hospital. That's something that should have been in the early footage. It shouldn't have been on this part. My bad. Apologies. So now this is what I just recently did. Again, if I knew what I knew today, would have never wasted the time. But I already had the Miss Tracy story made. This is a story actually right there, as you can see. I'm going off of references in this when I started doing this, because this is not even what I'm doing now. This is literally like a month or two ago, or probably like a month ago. Yeah, like a month ago, literally. Made the store right next to the liquor store. How many items is on here right now? 11,000, and that was just the a newer map I was just working on. 11,000. Look at this, and I'm trying so hard to like replicate what I'm seeing and put it in the game. Like, as you can see, the floors. And I found out some stuff too about the floors. When you go to the selection mode, then you go to molding, you can make the floor however you want it. Like, you can, if your building was like made like this, even with a heart, you can shape the floor to match the heart type shit. It's dope as hell. Not gonna lie. So yeah, that's like an earlier look at what I was doing earlier last month. And then this is probably, yeah, this is me adding like the tiles to the top. Cause now I'm thinking like, bro, I want this shit to look real. Like, I'm looking at Sure Die Chirac, and I'm like, bro, I want my game to feel like that, because that environment just feels real. It feels like you're really in Chicago, and it's just something I looked up to. So I'm making all this stuff, and as I'm making it, bro, I'm literally not knowing I'm going viral on TikTok, right? And I haven't logged into my TikTok for probably about a year straight, just not logged in at all. Broke my last phone I had that I made the TikTok on, so it's like I didn't have access to at that time, right? So one night I'm just sitting there and I'm just trying like to figure out. This is me doing the towels for the roof and stuff, and then you'll see the update in a second. But I'm sitting there on TikTok, like I'm trying to log into my account. I get into my account, and then I'm like, wow, I got all these people messaging me like, where's the game? When's it dropping? What's the name of the game? I got all these people interested in something that I'm doing, right? I never get a lot of love from people, no matter what I do. It's always like a limited amount of love, right? But when I seen that, it just literally just it like ignited that fire in me to get into like jump into this shit. Like, I can do it. I seen Shade do this shit. I can do it, bro. It's not hard. I can literally do it, right? So what I did, bro, I think a lot of other people thought to do but didn't do. Honestly, bro, I was like, let me just write Shade, right? I'm in the Chore Die Discord. Let me just reach out to bro and let's just see if bro helped me. 'Cause honestly, I needed the help like bad. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody would help me. Everybody just looked at what I'm trying to do and laughed at it and told me I'd never do it. Literally, like, I got screenshots that I probably should add to this video. People telling me, bro, I would never be able to do it. Just trying to make it multiplayer is gonna mess up so much stuff and all this. I had so many people doubting me. So many people that don't even know me, don't know my ambition, don't know what I'm capable of, but they knew for a fact that this is something I'm not gonna be able to do. But I talked to Shade, and instead of treating me like somebody that's in competition with him and that can try to like replace him in the future, he didn't feel like that, bro. You know what he said to me? He said, "I support you, bro." And I did send him like almost like a heartfelt like, just reaching out to him like, I look up to what you did, bro. Like, you really you did something a lot of people tell me I can't do and I'll never be able to do. But you did it. You did it exactly like me. We started out with the same modular buildings. Cause I seen earlier gameplay. Shout out OG Kirko, or however you say bro name, that do all the True or Die stuff. I'm very tapped in on his channel and other channels alike. And shout out to bro because he pulled up some old footage. I'm like, damn, we used the same roads, the same houses. You know what I'm saying? And you never know. You just never know, bro, on how similar us humans are and our thought patterns and what we want and desire out of life. Like, very similar. You know what I'm saying? We all have the same ideas. So I talked to him and shit, and he was just telling me like, you can do it, bro. Like I did this shit. Like it's not hard. It's hard. Don't get me wrong, but you can do this shit. You know. And if you ever got questions, bro, just write me. Just hit me up. I help you if I got time. If I'm not busy working on stuff, because he honestly got stuff he was working on and still is working on to this day. You know, just hit him up. He'll do his best to help me. Like we working on the same type of game, same type of functions. It'll be smart for me to just, if I ever have a problem, just write him. Right? He helped me more than I can even tell y'all. The knowledge that I got from him, you can't pay nobody to give you. The knowledge that I got from him, it was 1-on-1, because we're working on the same thing. You get what I'm saying? And that knowledge, bro, brought me back to want to make my game again. So that's what I did. And this is pretty much this is an earlier look at what I was just doing probably not even a month ago. And this is a part of when I was making my promo video. I like to go in and do some slow panning, and just piece it together in Premiere and, put it out there, just as a little preview, show people what I'm working on. Because I want other people to be happy for my work as happy I am for it. I just never get that type of response from a lot of people, But this did get a nice little response. It got like 40 likes on Instagram, and yeah, Facebook didn't really care. But you gotta think, I've been pushing this game on Facebook since 2022. I've been saying I was gonna have it done, saying this, saying that. I'm only one person, man, and this shit is very fucking difficult to do. Before I seen True or Die Chirac, it was another video game that inspired me to try to make video games. And my first actual video game was made on Core. And the first game that I seen, I don't have footage of. I wonder if it's even footage out there anymore. It was a game based off of Philadelphia. And what is dude name? Let me see if I can look on Instagram real quick and see if I can. What is that? Oh my god, I'm blanking right now. Dreamworld 215. And I seen this gameplay. I was like, whoa, oh my god. And this is like 2019. So if I'm correct, this is probably where Shade got his inspiration from. Because this guy was already popping on Instagram, making Philly into a video game. You get what I'm saying? So like, and one thing that Philly and Chicago gotta like, the houses is very fucking simple, and it's a unique look. So you can just pretty much duplicate these fucking houses all over the map, make some differences here and there, and nobody will never tell. It just look like Philly, or it just look like Chicago, right? So I'm watching that game. I'm like, wow, but I never just like sprung into action. You feel me? The computer I had at that time was shitty. I had an Alienware, something, just a little shitty little starter gaming PC. You feel me? So I really couldn't make shit on there, honestly. But yeah, I seen him making that game. That was really my first introduction into like seeing somebody my skin tone, my skin color, just making some dope shit and having people actually behind him, famous rappers, a lot of famous rappers, a lot of people just behind him. But then this is what people gotta understand. I'm pretty sure it was only him. I'm pretty sure he was doing this shit by himself. Same with Shade, same with me. Only difference is Shade did it. That's the only difference. That game never came out. Dreamworld 215, the version that we seen, the version that we wanted, never came out. And still to this day, it's not out. But True or Die is. And that's the takeaway from this. If you want to make a game, no matter what style game it is, I wouldn't give a fuck if it was a Dragon Ball infused with Naruto, infused with fucking GTA. Make it. If you want to make a multiplayer game for your first ever game, fuck what anybody got to say, you make that shit, bro. And don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it, because you can do it. It's gonna be hard. As you can see, I'm 2 years into my game, and I just got offered to make two more games, and I don't know if I can make those without knowing how to make my own game first. It's crazy, bro. But let me show y'all a little bit of the work I did um recently. So, like I said earlier, I put the bridge. I put a bridge in. I don't even have Unreal open right now, but I put a bridge in. It's pretty accurate to the bridge downtown Grand Rapids. It looked close enough. I give it that. It's not an exact replica, but in closeness, it's close enough. You know what I'm saying? And excuse me. Yeah, it's just shit break my heart sometimes. This is me trying to add a gun into this character hand because this is the gun room map. And then I talked to Shay, and then he let me know like, hey, bro, you might just want to pause on your environment. I know you really like working hard on your environment, but just stop. Just stop. Work on your functions. A game ain't shit without its functions. And somebody told me this previously, but it's in the same group of people that's telling me you can't do it. So I'm not listening to them. You know what I'm saying? But when I hear somebody that did this before, you know, and he's telling me like, bro, just work on the game functionality, like work on the things you can do in the game. That's what's gonna make the game. Like, you could have a dope environment, but if none of your functions work how you want it to work, the game is a dud shit. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to bro. So I took that advice. This was literally my last video that I took, and this is the last things I did to my environment. Because he also gave me this Easter egg, not even an Easter egg, but he also gave me this knowledge. And let me see if I can. I can't move this little line without it playing. But as you can see right now, once this little play line move, hopefully it move out the way. I got 10,000 actors right there on the map. 10,659 actors. If I would have tried to finish this, I've been close to 30,000 actors. Then with the multiplayer, then it would have to try to stream every building, to replicate it. And I got four corners, and I got four sides, and I got how the roof is. Come on, let's not. Y'all get where I'm going at. The game would have been super laggy, super buggy. I would have had to take it off the Steam. I would just have to do a lot. I would have to try to figure out, bro, why isn't this working? I put so much time into the details, and it looks so good because I probably finished it by then. Like, not listening. So what Shay ended up telling me to do is he ended up telling me like, work on the functions, right? So I stopped working on the environment, immediately went into working on functionality, realized that the shit that I had going in that gun rule, in that Unreal project, right? Just start over. Now I wrote him, I'm like, yo, do you think I can make a new project and then just like take what I did in this new project and like, merge it with an old project? And he was like, yeah, you can migrate the folders, but that's the problem. If I migrate the folders, like so I probably took like a year break after getting scammed. I was just through with just trusting people to try to work for me and do stuff for me. But it's like, yeah, so I'm just like, damn, bro, I can't do it. I need to start from scratch. Literally, so I just went. I talked to Shay. He was like, yeah, bro, it'd be better if you just did it from scratch and then migrate your folders, right? So boom, I did it from scratch. Y'all, everybody, you see this? It's a brand new thing. Code session _ GR online. I'm really trying. I am trying so hard, as y'all can see. GM single player, ABP character, CR headlock, BP player, right? Trying so hard to make this into a reality. I'm trying so hard, right, to prove the people that told me I could never do something like this wrong, right? So I'll do this stuff, start getting stuck on some of like the coding, because trust me, The coding for Unreal is just it's unmatched, bro. Like it's very hard. It's almost like you know what it remind me of? I remember being on goddamn After Effects, early After Effects, probably like 2015 After Effects. They had the same type of fucking visual coding just like Unreal. And that's why I couldn't learn After Effects then. Because I didn't the nodes and then you had to take the strings. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't wrap my head around that process. And that was part of the reason why I didn't know or I didn't learn After Effects until probably 2020, 2021, 2022, last year. Like I wasn't that good with After Effects and I'm still not that good, but I'm decent. I know what I'm doing in After Effects now. But this type of shit right here is just too much. And you see, I got like a nice little aiming set. You know, we can run around, aim, blam, 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 all that good stuff, right? And this is probably the last video I made with that because I ran into another problem. What problem is that, Barty? Well, nobody ever said that making RPC or multiplayer functionalities would be fucking easy. Nobody even like hinted at like, bro, that's gonna be like the hardest shit to figure out how to where this and that, right? I literally still haven't figured that out. Like, and it's slowing me down, you know. I put the dummy there. This is just all like the work I did that day. That shit wasn't reacting to the dummy. Like when I shot at the dummy, all that shit's working now, but at the moment, right then and there, that was not working. Like at all. So yeah, we're caught up to date now. Pretty much, bro. I'm like at a standstill again. I just recently opened my project yesterday. And I went through. I can pull this up without it taking forever and 5 days to open and shit. Um, I went to my library and I was like, man, like multiplayer functionality, huh? Like, what the fuck am I missing, right? I started thinking to myself, like, bro, I bought all this. I wasted literally like $1,000 on Unreal Marketplace shit, right? I'm just trying to find shit for my game, whatever, streets, houses. Just not being smart, bro. Just if you making a video game, go on Google, go to GitHub, download Spline Tool, use it for your Unreal project. Don't do what I did, please don't. As you can see, the remake GTA right here. This is that map I was telling y'all about earlier that I seen and that I try to draw my inspiration from. Just because it looked like a real city map, like it just looked like a real street on a city, right? And I even tried this, right? I tried to take Grand Rapids. Uh, I made from like the map APK, whatever, right? I got the like this is pretty much Grand Rapids, the buildings, all the shit, the streets, blah blah blah, right? Couldn't figure out how to texture the fucking buildings. Couldn't figure a lot of shit out doing it that way. So I was like, all right, scrap idea. Try it again. As you can see, this is all me trying one game. I haven't moved on from this one game yet, you know? But so yeah, I opened this third person shooter template yesterday and I realized that everything works on this. Um so what I did was I'm scrolling, I'm like, damn, what the fuck? I spent so much money. Like, look at all this shit I spent money on. Drivable cars, basic multiplayer, spent money on that. Cycling, spend money on that, trying to leave. If we can't have a car, goddamn, we can have a bike, right? Wrong. Didn't fucking work. Can't even add it to my project. Can't even add this to my project. I gotta create a project. I gotta migrate the files to the project, which I really don't feel like help at all. Like I should be able to add these simple, basic shit to my project to make it good, right? But I can't. Um, just all this shit I paid for. Some of it was free. But most of it, bro, I had to go into my pockets, bro, and I had to pay for shit. You get what I'm saying? And look at even the shopping mall, bro. Even the fucking shopping mall, I'm probably not even finna fucking use now. You see this type of shit? Like I'm just sick, bro, to my stomach, cause it's like I did too much. I did way too fucking much, bro, and I'm slightly embarrassed because it's like I did it to myself. I can't blame nobody from. I can't blame nobody I can't even blame dude that scammed me. Why? Because I did it to myself. I should have known better. Should have paid attention. And when you talking to people, just pay attention to the words. People tell you their intentions off bat, and as y'all can see, I can't help but to scroll and look at more shit. I gotta get off marketplace, bro, cause yeah, that shit is in its own. Just yeah, it sucks me in too much. But even like the modern characters, I still gotta buy more characters, or I can try to metahuman and make my own characters. But come on, I need these. You know how hard this shit gonna be to make, and then I need to. Come on, man, it's just a lot. And then I know certain 3D artists and shit, but I'm getting, I'm getting carried away and shit. So pretty much, I seen this multiplayer third person shooter projects. I bought it a long time ago, and I opened it up last night. And when I opened it up, I had an aha moment, and I'm gonna try to open it right now. I don't think it's gonna take long to open. It should just open up after a couple seconds, and I'll probably talk y'all ear off a little bit longer while this is loading. But yeah, again, like the bank right here, I think that was free, or it was like $5 or some shit. Like majority of this shit was like I downloaded it because I'm thinking, yo, long as I got this type of stuff, I should be able to make my city. Was I wrong? And make it kind of look like a city, right? Procedural building generator. I never learned that shit. Procedural road and highway. That was the first roads I used for the game. Let's see if this come up. Yeah, it was fucking highway roads. I'm just shitty. I'm shitty as hell. Like I can't help it. Like I'm trying so hard to do shit, but I'm not realizing I'm just making shit. I'm just making a toilet for shit to sit in, you know? And yeah. We just waiting for this to open, and then I can show you my aha moment. You know what I'm saying? That moment that I had when I was like, I got it. I can use this. I can migrate this pack to over there to do that. But then I even had a better aha moment. I said, if I can, if I can control, not even control. I'm trying to look for the word. I'm sorry if I can't find it right now. But if I can change stuff up, have him run how I want him to run, start aiming, use my functionality and stuff. If I can like mold this into like my vision, maybe we can move forward with this. Cause the shooting is already everything is replicated already. So I won't have to try to figure out how can I replicate all this stuff. Cause that was my problem. I was doing all of these functions with no replication on it. So it wasn't able to replicate. Only thing that was replicating was me moving around the map, walking or running. But once I pulled the gun out, like the animation for the gun didn't show nothing, right? Just having a very hard time trying to figure this stuff out. And then, boom, we open up the third person shooter. And to my behold, everything is replicated already. Like from the shooting to even shooting at each other is replicated already. I don't have to do nothing but make an environment. And if I was to like do like, a smoking animation or just trapping or any of that extra shit, obviously I'm gonna have to learn how to replicate it, right? But I'm not gonna have to try to add it to shit I already made, if that makes sense, because I have no knowledge of how to replicate a function that I already made. And when I asked Shade that question, like, how would I do that? I pretty much already got that help from him initially with something else. And when you busy like him, I'm pretty sure like he's working on updates for Troy Die and shit, and then he's working on his own project himself. He don't got a lot of time to help people, but I do appreciate the time he did spend to help me. So he didn't tell me where to go to replicate. Like I asked him, like, all right, so replicate, where do I go? Like where do I start? Just point me in the right direction and I can figure it out. But I didn't get that information from him. And now I think that was the last time we spoke. But that's just because I haven't reached back out to him. So I got to reach back out to him because, now I'm stuck again. I found the replication. I found what I needed. But now if I try to mold this into my creation, I got to figure out how to change a few things because whoever made this right? When you press WASD, it's aiming. Soon as you start walking, you're aiming already. It's no idle mode. It's not. So what I did was I changed the idle to just holding the gun and not moving. My problem is when I start moving with WASD, the gun come up, and now the person is aiming. I don't want it to aim while walking. I want to be able to implement, um, or equip the gun. Make the animation, replicate that type of shit, right? Which I'm gonna have a problem with because I don't know how to replicate functions. Never learned, and I'm struggling. So I said all of this, did all of this to say this, man. If you out there and you have knowledge with Unreal Engine, please reach out to me. If you can help, I appreciate it. Definitely give you credit in the game in the credits. If you have your own studio, I definitely put your studio in the beginning, like the opening credits. So like after play my studio logo, play your studio logo. Um, but if you're a bigger help than what the hell I could, if you're a way bigger help than what I could ever imagine, I won't have no problem with putting your studio first and really give you that proper credit that you deserve because I can't do this shit by myself, and I'm getting to that point where I just can't watch a video and just learn it. I literally have to talk to somebody. They have to like show me like what am I doing wrong. I'm a visual learner, so just by me just doing shit repetitively, just keep doing it over and over again, I learn it. You know what I'm saying? And I know like I'm gonna have to learn this shit anyway because when I want to dev my own game, meaning like if I don't like the way somebody die, I feel like they take too many shots, or if I feel like it's like if you die off of 3 shots, I need to be able to go into my game and change that to change the game, and that's what's gonna teach me Unreal. But first, I need to have a game. You know what I'm saying? So if you're out there and you can help, I will appreciate it. Just reach out to me. My Discord is 764BARDI. I'm gonna link it in the description. I'm gonna have a Discord group that people can join, other devs, other people creating games. If you guys would like to join and just share the process of your work, 'cause I know how exciting it can be when you really making a game and you share it, and then other people excited is not as they're not as hype as you are about it. And I can get that could discourage a lot of people that not even want to go further. Because like what the hell am I doing this for? But yeah, if that's you, you got some knowledge in the Unreal Engine, especially with multiplayer games and replicating functionalities, man. Reach out, bro. I would definitely appreciate it. I'll definitely give you your credit whenever I get the chance to. As you can see, I gave my boy Shay all the credit in the world because where I'm at today, I wouldn't be if it wasn't for him just taking that moment and not treating me like I'm in competition with him, but just treat me like I'm just another game developer learning and on my way. You know what I'm saying? But let me show y'all this before we get out of here. I'm not gonna edit this. I'm just gonna keep it straight through. Um, I know people attention span is short, but I just need people to hear me out on this. Right now it looks like I'm having a problem already. As you can see, man, I got slight emotional about this shit because it's like it's what I want to do, bro. Is just I don't know. Like right now, I don't understand why it's hella zoomed in. Got some player starts over here. Let me move them, and then let's try. Yeah, I'm just getting the back for some reason. Now I can't even. It's probably got something to do with the errors that popped up when I opened the project. 'Cause yeah, I don't see why can't do nothing. If I press F8, I can go through the map still. They're both right there in idle mode. Like the hand is all broken and shit. I don't know why that happened when I fixed the hand and all that, like to hold the gun and stuff. But Yeah, to pick up a weapon, press E. Press space to cover. But yeah, if anybody out there, man, if y'all got some Unreal Engine knowledge, please do not hesitate to hit me up. Please let me know what I'm doing wrong. And please just help. That's all I'm making this video for. It's just a cry out for help. If anybody out there that got real knowledge of Unreal Engine, please do not hesitate to hit me up. And that'll be the end of the video. If you like this type of content, if y'all like story time content, I got hella stories, man, from relationships, from friendships, from just making music industry type of like knowledge and just direction. Like if y'all want this type of content, story time content, make sure y'all jump into the comment section and let me know. Please make more story time. Please let us know. Just let us know the knowledge. I'm 28. I'm finna be 30. I'm pretty sure a lot of people experience the stuff I experienced, maybe even worse, But I got a good perspective on life, and I feel like the way I like explain stuff, a lot of people can take that in and they can use it in their own life, for their own benefit. So if y'all like this type of content, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Until next time.
I done came up, got my name up. So when they speak of who blinged up, I'm who they bring up.